Hi guys, welcome to another video, and this time we'll take a look on one rank game that I played on the new map with Nikuda, which is one of the top 10 players, so he's definitely really good. Let's just start it right away. This is on the new patch, so already we have the fixed ability, or I mean the upgrade for archers. Also, we don't really have the swordsman or warrior spam meta anymore, so of course I'll be going for mass archers, which means we are opening with sawmill and barracks. My opponent is also going for sawmill and barracks. We are doing basically the same opener. He's going for a little bit quicker farm. I see this quite a lot. Sometimes the players just take 2 peasants immediately, so they have a little bit slower build time on sawmill and barracks. And overall it's, I don't think, that effective, but now we saw that he actually took the first peasant that he produced and sent him to build a farm. Seems like other two go for gold veins. I usually send the first one to gold and then I go for the farm, because you don't need that food actually that early, so you can get a little bit extra gold there, but those are just such a minor micromanagement things that I think it's really that important. It's more like a macro, but you are micromanaging the peasants there, so it's like a combination of that. But we can see that he's going actually for first unit swordsman, opening with that, even though I think he has extra wood now. So yeah, he could definitely queue an archer there. Maybe he gathered it later, but I think he could have made an archer because he still made the second farm quite late. I'm already making a farm now, I'm in the second one, and I already have archer. This is an advantage if you take the... I mean, if the first unit you make is an archer, you can go for the middle trolls earlier. So now he has a scout, which is a huge advantage. I could also scout with archers, but swordsmen are better for that usually, because they are tankier, and yeah, you can really easily go through the camps and things like that. Archers can easily die somewhere if you are not careful enough. Yeah, so here's the scout. I have archers, so I can go for the troll. This is of course dangerous. Fortunately, he went the other direction. We are next to each other, and he went around the whole map. If I was right next to him, he would immediately scout me and potentially steal the troll from me, or prevent me from killing him. Since he had to go around the whole map, I was really easily able to kill the troll here. Usually what I was doing in the previous games, I think also the ones that I showed you, is that I took all of my archers and went for the troll again and then come back. This time, since I knew that my opponent is pretty good, I decided to play it a little bit more safely, so I'm just using one archer to pull the troll now, and unfortunately some wolves ran on me, so I had to retreat a little bit, but I'm just using one archer to pull the troll towards my barracks. And since we have a really strong defensive position, there are just 2 narrow entrances and I can cover both of them with these barracks. I'm just keeping my archers on top of them and utilizing this position, because I still don't know where he is. Now I saw him actually coming from the bottom with the swordsman, so I had no idea that he is on this position, which you will also see later once I start scouting a little bit more around the map. But right now I think, I know that I'm doing the most efficient way that efficient thing I can be doing, which is farming the trolls in the middle, because if I can steal them from him, then I'm getting 135 gold from it, and also basically preventing him from getting either 135 gold from the troll, or if he kills it with melee units, because we saw that he has a swordsman. I didn't know that outside of that he's going only archers, actually one more swordsman here. Then he could get even 205 gold from the troll, so then we are preventing even more income for him. And this is just the most valuable thing I think you can do in the opener, so that is why I'm doing this instead of scouting, even though, for example, on other maps I would maybe go for scouting rather instead of this. Also depends on the strategy you are playing. Yeah, so night started at around 3:40. We are leaving our base, taking all the archers we have, which in this case is 8 archers, a few of them already level 2. And anything new I produce at home will be staying here and protecting my base during the night from both neutral enemies, and also if the enemy decides to push me. For neutrals you just need 2, maybe 3 archers, but you want to keep a little bit more there if you can. So if the enemy player actually comes, then you will force him to go away anyways. We also already have the 3rd farm. I bolstered the amount of workers on wood I have. I'm opening with 3 usually. Now we have 5 there already. You can see that, yes, only 3 there, yeah, so we should have a little bit more wood. And we are just basically going around the map looking for the enemy base and destroying all the neutral archery camps that we find. because those are the easiest to kill with archers. So that's what we want to do. He instead decided to go for wolves, which are definitely better to do with swordsmen and knights, munchers, whatever. But with archers, I wouldn't really do them. As you can see, so he lost an archer there. Now, if he won't be too careful, he might lose even some other units. So this is pretty dangerous. He also took one outpost, which is also pretty difficult with archers, especially in early game when you have only few of them and you don't have the upgrade. So I don't think this is too efficient. He's just wasting lots of time. I already killed 2 trolls and 2 archer camps, while he also killed 1 archer camp here. So overall we killed similar amounts of neutrals probably, but he probably lost some units there. So I think the way I did it was way more efficient. Also I scouted the whole map, which he did in the beginning, so he didn't really need it, but still. Now I see that he has an outpost, he's building smithy, and he has strong defense. So what will be my answer immediately? Hopefully immediately I should take 3 peasants and start building a smithy. Also I decided to go immediately for the town hall upgrade to fort. Yeah, and here I place the smithy because I know that I will need cannons in this game for sure, since from the beginning I wasn't really sure what he was going to make in terms of army composition, because we saw the swordsman there, but now I saw lots of archers and the smithy, so this is a clear indication of the strategy my enemy is doing. Also I know that he saw me here, so now it's kinda tricky. He's going into the middle, which is definitely really smart from him. Here I actually saw him. I wanted to fight back a little bit. Maybe if he didn't notice me, I could get a kill there. Unfortunately, he saw me pretty quickly, so he actually managed to kill 2 of my archers there, which was pretty unfortunate. But thanks to me having a really strong defense at home, I wasn't really afraid of this. The only disadvantage I was kind of thinking about here was that he could predict my moves and move his archers down here and potentially catch me once again and get like extra 2 more kills or something. Fortunately for me, he just decided to continue farming the wolves in the middle, which was probably still better value for him, but I was definitely still kinda happy about it that he didn't kill more of my leveled up archers here. There are some skeletons that we can really easily farm, so that's not a problem. And now we already have a fort. He's even starving at home. He doesn't have tier 2, and even though he made his smithy earlier, so he has already 2 cannons, I'm already producing my first cannon, yeah. So I kinda like my position better in this situation. It's true that he has an outpost, he has more cannons, but tier 2 and no food problems. You can say I have 200 food in stock. It's just way more valuable, I think. Also I have 2 barracks, which he actually doesn't have, so we should have way faster production. In terms of food, I mean consumed, I'm on 500 exactly, he's on 510, so he's actually a little bit ahead. But as I said, he's starving, so it's not even effective. He also has lots of gold unspent. Not sure what he was doing with that. Probably he wanted to build some more buildings or make more cannons, but he didn't have any wood. This peasant distribution isn't the best. I have, I don't know, maybe 8 peasants on gold. He's probably only still 3. Here I saw that he set up some cannons, so I don't really want to go into that. But we can definitely farm these two camps in between that. And I also sent 1 scout down here, so we can check. If he's going around, I think I will move him later towards the middle. And also I wanted to make sure that he doesn't go through here. This is like a position between that, but now we decided to move towards the middle, so we'll scout this army. This was just a scout, so we don't have to worry about that. But now he knows that I know about him in the middle, which once again forces him to retreat. And I know that he's going to retreat and won't attack me this way because he saw my scout, so now he knows that I know about him. Lots of predicting moves here, but we have to work with the information we gathered. And I anyways decided to push into these cannons and start killing his peasants. Now he either has to run into me, and then I'm pretty confident that I have stronger archer army, even though he has the cannons there, so I have to stay far away from the barracks, but I can still push into the peasants. So if he rushes into me, he goes out of range of his cannons, and if he retreats, then I can attack on his peasants. Of course, once I kill them, I can't really continue further because the cannon would be now... I would be in the range of the cannon, so that would be pretty dangerous, but we definitely gain some nice value there. I'm trying to finish some bandits here in the meantime. He is definitely better scouting now, but it's not really map control. He's not getting any value from this, so that's pretty fine with me. Now he's going for the tier 2, so my economy should be now rising much quicker, and also I'm already ahead in this department. I'm on 642 food, he's on 450, so I gained lots of value from this push. Also he has lots of unspent gold still, we should definitely focus on that. I'm not sure if I killed the scout here or if he retreated with him, but I don't, maybe this was the swordsman here, I'm not sure. But there is the second scout. Actually I don't think we killed the scout, he probably just retreated. So, or maybe he went here? Yeah, he went actually for this outpost, I think. So we can safely go around the map. Sorry, actually, that's my swordsman. So I captured this outpost, so I have some extra vision. And I just wanted to make sure for 100% that he doesn't have an expansion. Because even though I gained some value here, he could have had an expansion in the back. And he could be getting a huge resource advantage. And I know that I need quite a bit of time to actually get all the cannons, yeah, the artillery mode, move there, and everything. So I wanted to make sure that he is not here. Now he saw my main army. Of course I cannot push into the cannons, and especially not through these narrow entrances, but he saw my army here, so once again I was expecting him to go into the middle. Fortunately I had a scout there already, so now he once again knows that I know about him in the middle, and he starts retreating, which clears me the path. Potentially if I didn't have the scout here, he would just walk into this location and I could potentially get some free kills there, but if he already has shields or even the charge ability, it could be quite scary. He also has a lot of archers. I didn't know if he maybe would have also some cannons there set up. So yeah, definitely having the scout there was safer, and it allowed me to freely pass through the middle and away from the enemy base. Once we are already here, actually I think I was preparing my archers here. I had my second army here, and then the main army that was retreating, so I was preparing for him. If he stayed in the middle, even though I saw him with the scout, I would swarm him from two sides with my archers. Maybe if he would even have some cannons in the back with artillery mode, I could snipe them from the back, so that was my strategy there. Didn't really happen, so I brought both of my archer groups to this outpost, and we really quickly cleared all of these bandits. He has a scout here, but it's absolutely ineffective position. Maybe he will see this archer, but probably won't even react to it. And now he started taking my outpost, but I was already on my way to attack him. Now we both have armies here, but I'm almost on 800 food, and now you can see insane value from these cannons. Where I prepared the shots before he even went into that position, and he didn't micromanage it out quickly enough, so he lost lots of HP. He didn't necessarily lose any units, but now he splits his army. He probably thought that these shielded swordsmen will just completely survive this, but I have already too many archers. I have the upgrades there, I have lots of levels. These were level 1, maybe level 2 swordsmen without potions, only few of them as well, so that was pretty simple for me. I was actually trying to do some counter push around the map, which is pretty smart. Actually still didn't took this outpost, but I should still scout him quite early. Even though I think, yeah, this was a mistake. I should have definitely left like 5 archers and 1 cannon at home and on the barracks for defense, especially when I didn't have scout on the middle for a second. I had one down here, but the one in the middle died before and I didn't replace him. So now I see this, but actually I decided to go for expansion and he ignored it, so that was kind of funny. But yeah, I just cancelled my peasants, immediately went for the bows, and even though he has shields, we should be able to defend this. I also have 1 cannon here, double production, yeah. So that should be pretty easy. At the same time, I'm already pushing his base, so we are using our cannons to, first of all, take down the enemy structures with the roofs, where he also has cannons, so we are dealing damage to both the building and also the cannons on top. And during the meantime, I'm just running with half of my archers into his villagers to, first of all, stop the food income, so he starts starving, and also eventually kill all the peasants there. Second half of archers is trying to protect me here, so if he comes with some cannons in the front, we kill them. Swordsmen as well, and eventually archers too. At this point we should have way better levels. I don't think I bought any potions in this game, but it wasn't really necessary. At home he actually destroyed 1 barracks here, but yeah, should have already enough units to protect myself there. And just continue further and further into his base. He has 1 more cannon here, but only 15 HP, so we immediately one-shot it, and also the barracks should now fall, which will also stop the production. Yeah, he actually didn't make second barracks during the whole game. I think that was a huge mistake, especially when he has so much extra resources all the time. He just needed a little bit more wood, yeah, so just take half of your peasants from the gold, send them to wood, so you quickly catch up and balance the resources, make second barracks, produce more units, and then you can start working with that Also, the expansion would be a good idea. Unfortunately for him, I was checking that quite often, so it would probably fail anyway. But maybe if he had really good defense there, I wouldn't really be able to bring cannons to siege down his defensive structures down here. So maybe that could work for him, but I would probably still push him at this side sooner before he would get the value from that expansion back. And also lots of skeletons are swarming him. There's still this one swordsman, but I already have expansion as well, even though I'm getting also killed there a little bit by the skeletons, but we already killed all his peasants. He doesn't have any more economy. He has way fewer units. I have 800 food. He's on 90. Yes, so he just calls it GG, and after 15 minutes, 32 seconds, the game ends for me victorious. So yeah, let's check the results. Finish replay. It was pretty balanced, definitely. As you can see, gold, I mined only like 1500 extra gold, so that's nothing crazy. The wood, you can see the difference here, 1100 extra for me, which is just a huge amount. 400 for barracks, 200 for tier 2, maybe he didn't even have the artillery ability, or maybe I think he had it now, but maybe he didn't have it before in the fight, where he didn't even have cannons. He was keeping them at home for defense. But all of these things cost lots of wood, also all the farms and everything, expansion that I made in the end. So it's just a huge value if you can have this big of an advantage with lumber. And I would definitely encourage you to start sending more peasants throughout the game to wood. Don't just rely on sending lots of them, seemingly lots of them in the beginning on wood, because it will be a huge part of your peasants in the beginning, but then you don't increase it during the game and it will just fall short. Because you will be getting lots of gold from the kills if you are playing actively and actually fight. In the early game you are also getting lots of gold from neutrals, but you will be getting even more gold later on from the fights with real players. And then you will need lots of wood to actually utilize that gold. So definitely make sure you are constantly increasing the amount of peasants or workers you have on wood, so you have the resources kind of balanced. In terms of units, we produced 11 more, so still pretty balanced. The big difference comes with the kill loss ratio, where we killed 93 units, lost 39, he killed only 33 and lost 97. So that was really good micromanagement on our side. And in terms of buildings constructed, we made actually 2 more buildings, which is the expansion and second barracks. We probably had the same amount of farms. And neutrals, he actually farmed way more. He killed 28 more neutrals. I think that was mainly the wolves in the middle. I was killing trolls, which is just 1 neutral, but it gives way more resources, so we have to also count that. He killed that 1 outpost near his base, but later on I killed actually 2 outposts, and I think the outpost in the bottom right corner wasn't even cleared. So I think most neutrals actually he killed was the wolves in the middle. I think he stole maybe all of them, and then probably just undeads. Yes. I wouldn't say he was really covering a bigger part of the map, but probably just more undeads were spawning on his side, so he also farmed some gold there. But overall the difference in kills is still bigger for me, because we killed way more normal units than he killed. And then the difference is for the neutrals, and also I had more gold from gold fields. So overall we definitely had way more resources, also the wood, so it was definitely on our side, and you can also see it in the units and buildings, which you had a little bit more. But definitely well played. I think he did really good. It's always nice to play with some of those top players, because it's just a little bit different than if you are playing with some average guys who also play decently. But here you can see those small tricks sometimes. They don't make any major mistakes usually. It's just those small tweaks, and you just get through the game consistently by making right decisions, and it's just much better than killing someone at 9 minutes with archer push because they weren't prepared, or whatever other push. So hope you enjoyed this, hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.